listener production.
G'day everybody, Rusty here, about to exit stage left as the Supercars drivers get ready for yet another garage studio takeover. For this edition of Drivers Only, Will Brown, Jack Brocq and DJ Jimmy Golding are on the mics. Now, they recorded this one just before the announcement that Anton Di Pasquale was headed for Team 18 next year. Some shock news that leaves Mark Winterbottom's future up in the air as well, and a lot of chat about an announcement today at DJR of Anton's high-profile replacement. Hopefully Frosty can land a ride in a silly season too that, as the boys talk more broadly about, is sure creating headlines and more movement than we expected. Thank you for the feedback on these episodes too. Tell your mates, download the Listener app and listen for free or wherever you enjoy your pods. You can also watch them later on the Supercars YouTube channel as well. Here we go. Latest ep of Drivers Only, including some of your questions. Pit lane's open. Hit the gas, Will, Jack and Jimmy. Enjoy.
Kind of feels better wearing them, doesn't it?
So what you feel more pro, hey?
Yeah. Feel like I'm
in the
podcaster then.
It's all fake it till you make it, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you want us to start this? Do you have a...
Yeah, he's making like a little DJ panel, mate.
Yeah. Start with that.
Can we have sound effects?
Righto. So, hey everyone, it's Will Brown here, back for episode 4, I think it is, of the Drivers Only podcast. And we got Jimmy Golding and Jack Brocq here with us. How you going, guys?
Pretty good, mate. Now we're around you.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
thanks for having us on your show today.
Oh,
it's
good,
great. We're actually
yeah.
across the table from you, so I feel like we're actually on your
First
show.
time hosting, so big day for me. But what's everyone been up to? TASSIE a week and a half ago. What's been going on since then?
Just hanging out, defrosting, been renovating, finished off my renovations this week, so it's been bloody exciting. I put the tools away, so I've actually dusted off the gym equipment, and so I've got to try and get fit for Sandown. So Sandown shred at the moment, and I've got 3 weeks left, and yeah. Do
you actually want to get fit for Sandown though? Like when you think about it, with the co-driver weights these days, I want to fatten up. I want to get heavy so that...
Well, I was on bulking for Bathurst. It's probably not as crucial at Sandown, so then you bulk for Bathurst.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's something you get back on the
Imagine
burgers
me
about 4
bulking,
weeks.
I'd just be like a little short, real wide. It just wouldn't look right, would it?
I can't even, no matter what I do, the only way I can really put weight on is muscle, really. But it's just a slow...
It's a tough gig, isn't it?
It's a slow burn.
A lot of people out there aren't going to like you saying that.
Yeah, I try to be heavier, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, it's pretty big advantage with the co-drivers these days with how it works, really, for that. But...
Yeah, it was big at Bathurst last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, saw that with Dave Russell.
Yeah, old D. Russ and Richie with SVG. So
yeah, true.
It's a big chunk of time. So maybe we'll get on the burgers on the way out of here. So there's actually a nice place downstairs.
I'm sorting it all out. Yeah, I know.
Category.
That's right. And what about you, Jimmy? What have you been doing?
Not heaps. Bit of DJing. Still running my go-kart business on go-kart parts.
Oh, right. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I just got this seat adjustment system to help get like your balance in the cart more fun.
For big boys like me,
I think I actually saw it. Did I see Derek Jones promoting that the other day that he sells it?
One of the videos, he's done for me.
Right, okay.
I've got a few ads kicking around, so.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Working on that and had a couple of DJ gigs, got a couple more coming up. So
what are you DJing at? Where will we see you? What do we see you on?
Just keep it on the socials, mate. You'll see.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'll put a few flyers out here and there.
Yeah, right. That wouldn't be bad going to the clubs DJing.
Also got some new merch coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that as well.
DJ merch or Supercars merch?
Nah, Supercars. Well, not Supercars merch, but I'm doing my own merchandise. It's not going to be like generic race merch with logos and all that sort of stuff. It's more like artwork and stuff on it, but to do with racing, so...
That's a beautiful little plug in there. That's nicely done. You've timed that well, haven't you?
I know.
Might even buy one. I reckon it'll be pretty cool. So,
do your mates rates or?
No, don't do it.
We can swindle a few things.
Oh, thanks, mate. Look after me.
And myself, I raced GT on the weekend. I went terrible. God, I was slow. So that was always good.
It's Tommy Moore's fault, I think.
All weekend. Brenton beat me, and I said to him after, I reckon I could have nearly taken him out, but I said, what happens if one day, Triple Eight don't want me anymore? I don't want to take Brenton out. He won't want me then. So, it was just not a good weekend of GT racing. And then...
was that a BOP thing or was it?
Well, the Ferraris were just super fast. They were just mucking around. Chaz will tell you he wasn't, but he was. But
right. They win both races?
Yeah, they won both races, like 15-second penalty in the last one and
Still cleaned up.
second, still
Yeah,
cleaned
all right.
up. Like,
Yeah.
It's just, I think the Ferraris are just extremely well balanced, especially on the high speed tracks. So sort of got hosed around there and just, didn't have the best weekend, but typical.
And how'd you go getting there?
Yeah.
Is that pretty smooth sailing?
I did it. Well, typical me, I booked every flight I book is the day before I fly out because I'm just like, things might change. I'll
You
book
never
it the day
know.
before.
Yeah.
You never know.
I'm the same.
I looked and it was cheapest flight I could get was $950 to Melbourne. And I was like, I'll check Webjet and just see if there's something else on that. And I just put Melbourne in and there was a $300 one. And I was like, perfect, I'll book that. And then the next day when I woke up and started heading to Brisbane, it said, get ready for your flight to AVV or something. I'm like, where the fuck is this? And then I'm like, oh, righto. So I was like, so I'm going to Avalon. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do here? So luckily my great friends at Thrifty Car Rentals, they're like, yeah, we can switch you over to Avalon. So I landed in Avalon and drove down from there. But to be honest, for $600, I probably would have done it again anyway.
Yeah,
So
right.
it was
isn't it?
cheap.
Well,
It's only like 40
what it
minutes in.
sounded like on the thing, it looked like you're in bloody Adelaide or something like that.
Yeah, imagine that.
It was like
I'm
the
over
big
in
trip and you were
Bali.
going to drive all night and rock up at the start of practice or something.
Imagine that. I've done like an 8-hour drive to get there. But
Things you do.
no, it was pretty casual. And then all my flights got cancelled on the way home. I've had a shocking run of flights lately, I reckon.
Yeah, right.
Pretty typical. Going back to Tassie, let's recap on Tassie. I reckon that's a good one.
You got any good stories for us from Tassie?
I liked mine and Randall's run-in, to be honest. I thought that was great.
Yeah, it's impressive.
You know, I thought it was good. You
How
know,
did it all start? I saw the thing of the hairpin when Randall got into you to
Well,
start with.
I
Was it any
started
before that
Checked in,
or?
didn't you?
Yeah, to a brake check, yeah. I sort of like, I didn't have the tyre life there that I thought, and then Randall started catching me a bit, but I looked in my rear view going into there and I'm like, yeah, I don't really have to block this around my normal line, just copped a big whack. And as I copped the whack, I'm like, he's going to readdress this surely. And then I copped another one on the exit and then he's next to me and I was sort of like, nah, not happening.
Yeah,
So I went hard left, got the go-kart, pushing up against side him. You know how if you get them first, they can't push you and move you the other way.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is good. And then we're going down the straight and I'm like, oh, well, he's going to keep on going on with it here. He's not going to just sort of, you know, what can you do where you let him back pass and you don't get a penalty? What's that called again?
Redress.
Readdress. I thought he
yeah.
might readdress and he didn't. So down into 6, I just sort of popped him behind, a little bump. And then he tried going around the outside at 7, but I think everyone knows that doesn't really work.
Yeah, I've
later
tried
in
that.
the
Me and
race-
Andre have tried that once and didn't happen.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
And later in the race, it's a lot of marbles. Like
I think he was a passenger by that
yeah,
point.
I
It
didn't
was
even
no-
really touch him and he
No,
just
no.
kept exiting. And then obviously from there, I think if you slid on those super softs on the weekend, like I just dropped heaps of time. Like it was like after, I think Brocq passed you and we were looking at your trend, you just really went
Yeah.
off after that.
Yeah, I hit a wall off that second safety car, rear tyres. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, had a meltdown, and then everyone sort of equalised again, and it's sort of like I thought I was just going back to last. Like I thought, oh no, this is going to be last.
Yeah.
33 laps home.
Yeah.
Tommy's like, yeah, 33 to go, mate. And I'm like, this is a long way to go.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
scared.
So that's pretty much
And,
what happened to
yeah.
me. And I thought I could cool the tyres back down, put a few blocks on Brocq, and then Tom came in and took him out. So
Ruined the fun.
yeah, so it wasn't much fun. But did you guys have any fun down there?
I don't think you had a
No
straight
bad.
panel on the car actually. So yeah, I was shocking. I was at that Barry on Saturday qualifying P last, locked the brake, and even Tommy Moore revved me up about it. So two stuff ups in about 2 laps. So
Yeah, I was quite interested there because I think practice you were like top 5 and then quali you were last. And I was like, and obviously Tom's my old engineer as well. I was
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to him, I'm like, mate, what are you guys doing? Like,
Yeah, it was
and
all
then
Tom's
I
fault,
qualified
like,
15th
yeah,
anyway. So
yeah.
he said back to me, what are you doing? So
Yeah, true.
yeah, all Tom's fault.
yeah, it was all Tom's fault. Yeah, like I hit that brake pedal. I don't know what happened. Like I think he played with it like overnight.
Or something.
Yeah, like, as soon as I hit that brake pedal, it just locks. So I don't know what happened. Like, it's definitely not my fault because
So
we've got ABS in our car. So don't know what you guys have got, but
What do you reckon? Who got you the best? Did anyone hit you and you were like, that was a decent one on the weekend down there? Or
oh, it was a
one?
couple. JC, I don't know what he was getting into me pretty hard. So we ran into each other a couple of times for some
Yeah,
reason.
but
and-
you're not surprised by that, are you?
No, not really. So
No.
yeah, don't know. And then, but yeah, anyway, that was about it really. And then old Jackson Evans turned me around, but that was all right. So my day was done by then. That's what happens when you qualify 22nd.
was all right.
Yeah.
I got a bit of a touch up from Woody actually.
Did you?
Did
Woody,
you?
I got a
Uncle
mid
Woody.
run.
Big dog Woody
I can't
got
remember
you.
who it was. A couple come together and I basically went up the inside of the last corner and was going to get 3 at once. And then I've got halfway up the outside of Woody around at 1 and he's just hit me in the right ring and I've just done the full like correction to save it down to first, and I just couldn't stop and go enough to stop him getting back up the inside. So it was going to be the Hail Mary 3 at once, but
Who do you
didn't work
think
out.
is just which drivers do you come up on and you just think this guy just I don't even want to race him.
Oh,
like,
I can't
pain
say.
in the
He's in
arse,
this
come
room,
on.
so I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Anytime, love them. I hate coming up on Chaz and Cam. I'm just like, here we go. Like these two, far out. But
Someone's got to do it.
Aaron loves spin on Saturday.
That was hairy.
That was
When he's back into the track and in front of everyone, I got a bit worried there.
I don't know what he could have done better in that situation, to
Yeah,
be
it's
honest.
tough
Like, you don't want to go forward because you're going to get bogged, you're thinking. And to be honest, there was a lot of people that stayed fair up at around that
yeah,
last
yeah.
corner.
I don't
Like,
know what
it's
they're
it
trying
was
to
practice,
do.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Double-
practice, yeah.
Single wave yellows, that's like a green flag to me. I'm sure everyone else is the same, but that could be a double wave green to me. But double wave yellows, you generally know someone's on the track, like
Yeah.
double wave, and they were there. So I was quite surprised that everyone, I understand. I guess people weren't happy, but what do you reckon? Double wave?
Yeah, I don't know. We all slowed down. I think everyone avoided it, but it's a weird spot through there. It's so tight. It's funny. Like every time you go down there, you do your track walk, you forget how tight and narrow that joint is. So especially going down to turn 4 and stuff like that, massive
hard
shunt.
to do,
that-
really.
Yeah, that's right. Years ago that happened there, but like so I don't know what else you could have really done. Like drive forward, you're probably just going to do a 14-point turn, trying to turn the thing around in the grass, but.
No, I don't think
He did a good job actually keeping it off the fence there. Like,
Yeah.
it's
How
pretty
bad
hairy
was that
through there.
last corner? Hey,
Yeah,
you come
yeah.
around there trying to stay as close to the curb. If you clip the curb in the wet, it'd spit you sideways. But if you
Yeah.
went too wide, it was like you could see where you'd aquaplane. It was so wet on the outside.
Yeah, especially after that first red flag went back out.
Yep.
It was like the tram tracks had disappeared, and it was just like, yeah, righto.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, that's what I
bit
said to
young.
the boys. There's no point rolling out the front of the queue because I just get the wettest track.
Yeah.
And it took ages for that to dry up.
Yeah,
on
it
that
took a
last
couple
bit.
laps, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the other thing with Aaron Love? What about him and Jackson Evans? That was a pretty big shunt on the Sunday.
Yeah, poor
What do you-
BJR boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose fault do you
Big
reckon that
pair up.
was? Come on, throw a bit of shade here.
Well, if there's overlap, you got to allow a car width to the edge of the track.
Yeah.
don't you?
But do you reckon he even knew he was there? You'd have to
I
with
don't
the
know.
noise,
I'm
wouldn't
not
you?
going to comment on it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, mate. Get him home,
mate,
so come
don't
on,
be-
get
don't
into it.
Well, if he's seen him, then he's in the wrong. If he didn't see him, then
That's
that's
a fair
unlucky.
bit of
well,
overlap,
it's
though.
unlucky for Jackson regardless. But
Yeah.
A lot of
There
other
was-
cars went through there, though, over the weekend doing that and survived
Yeah, I
it.
feel like
So-
that's a tough move no matter what, even if you're trying to pass round the outside, so inside for turn 2. That's always, it works, but it's always dicey, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
you got to have
like
both people
I
playing
was
the game.
when I got that run on Woody, I was mindful of it, but I was like half a car ahead. I'm like,
Yeah.
surely I can hold on to this, and he's just
yeah. No, I thought that was a pretty decent shunt. That was definitely the biggest one of the weekend. That did a fair bit of damage to that car.
for not much of an actual incident.
So what's your thoughts on the format for quali down there? That
I
was
hated it because it got me good on Saturday, so not a fan.
Not a fan, yeah. I never like it, to be honest, because I think anyone that's quick, that knows they're confident they can get in or whatever, they just get more of an advantage by using
because they
less
have green
tyres.
tyres for the last one, and
Yeah.
so
Well, look at Perkout, though. Like, quick all weekend, and they rolled the dice on a used set of tyres and Q1 on Sunday and end up P24.
Yeah.
So,
see, Brocq and
it's-
his engineer talked about doing that, running
Yeah.
one set, but I thought it was too risky. Like they didn't end up doing it, but I thought the times are too
I think-
close round there.
Yeah, I think that track probably wasn't as bad, but a lot of the other tracks we go to when it's 3-part, you definitely are hurt. Unless you know you can make it easily, you can't afford not to run the extra set, but then you don't have any tyres for the end of it, so you're never
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
on the front row.
yeah, I don't mind those 3 parts.
So-
If you've got an extra set up your sleeve, like, and it's good for people who are sort of out of position and make it through to Q3, they get another set of tyres and it's sort of more of a spectacle. If you get to the end, I think it was Darwin this year. Oh, we had the 2-part or something, and then Cooper, like he made the shootout and didn't have a
Yeah.
green set of tyres, so never got to have a run at. I think there was a couple guys up there that didn't have a green set. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just like to see quality and everyone's got green sets to throw at it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's always
What's your
good.
ideal format then? Just
They'd
quali, then a top 10 shootout, you reckon?
Well, if they gave us one extra set, then it would
Yeah.
solve it, wouldn't it?
Well, we did that earlier in the year somewhere. We had an extra
Well-
set somewhere.
Wouldn't it?
Not really, because they're saying that you should only use one set for each quali. So some people bank on using 2 sets in Q1.2, say the second one, to get through to the top 10.
Yeah.
But then if you're using 2 sets to make sure you get through, then you don't have a set for the final one. But yeah, I just like quali and then shootouts. Shootouts are awesome.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
get it done. You don't do that. And also, to be honest, the extra practices I'm not a fan of.
No.
I just think
Nah,
like
Sunday morning
practicing on a weekend where you've already, or even on a Saturday.
You've already qualified and
I used to like
whatever.
doing the extra race, don't you reckon?
yeah.
Yeah.
Even
yeah,
some of the other ones where we've had practices after like a race and that it's like, what's going on there?
Yeah. Well, Sunday, so I actually had 4 sets of tyres for Sunday's quali of greens because I didn't use them in the race the day before. So then in practice on Sunday, I only had my race tyres. So I was 20th.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, oh, the car's terrible. And then I rolled out and had 4 sets of tyres and qualified 4th. But we did all that. Like I would have, if I could go back, I wouldn't have even gone out in that practice. Like I don't think I learnt anything. So I
It
actually would have
just
sat
got
in the
you
garage.
used to driving on an average tyre.
That's right. And then I had qualifying. So I said to Andrew after it, I would have rather just do pit stops or not go out and keep those 4 sets of tyres for quali because that practice was pretty much pointless.
Yeah, it's a bit weird though how we didn't get any of those practice tyres brought forward. So,
Yeah.
yeah, bit of a
interesting
strange
weekend.
one. So, anyway, looking forward to Sandown. When's everyone testing? You guys be next Monday? Tuesday?
Yeah, we actually changed it for Campbell Little's funeral, so we were Monday. So
Yep.
we're going to go. Triple Eight's going to change it to Tuesday, and so that a few of us can go to that. But yeah, it'll be. I don't know. I'm not a big test day lover. Hey,
No,
I don't
no.
know what it is. I'm sure some drivers love it, but
We didn't even have one, so
don't you?
no.
What, you're not testing for Sandown?
No.
Really?
What are you?
You already
What
used
have
it.
you already done it?
No, we've still got one left. We're doing it after.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
So what? You guys just practice your co-driver changes at the workshop and roll up to Sandown.
Yep.
What about your co-drivers? Who's your co-drivers?
D. Russ and McLeod. He did. Cammy did the evaluation day.
That seems weird because
It
Well, you can
does
do an
seem-
evaluation day and have a test day still. I don't know. That was a.
Well,
No.
evaluation days. You're evaluating.
I think
a
you can
driver
do an
that's not part of the
evaluation day if they've
Yeah,
never
right.
been a co. There's some
All right, some
weird
rule
thing
there.
to it
Yeah,
if he
okay.
hasn't been a co-driver or something.
Yeah, in the past 5 years.
like
or
you,
something
yeah,
like that.
you can't throw a co-driver a evaluation day for Jamie Whincup or something like that.
Nah.
He's still a rookie though, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, yeah, I think it's rookie day.
Oh, far out. He's fast. I tell you what, at the test day, you got to be on your toes as a main driver when he's around. But
Who have you got
Yeah.
with you? Have you got?
I've got Scott Pye with me,
Oh, you got Scotty. Yeah,
a famous podcaster.
Yeah, that's right.
He'd be good at hosting this. That's maybe who we need. But,
Yeah, that's right.
No, I reckon he'll be strong. He was always so, I don't know, I always found Scott really strong in race pace. You know what I mean? Like he was probably
Yeah.
one of those guys that used to sometimes struggle a little bit in qualifying here and there, or car wasn't up to it, and then would
Yeah,
drive
always
through in
drive
the race.
through. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
So-
always quick at Bathurst as well.
Yeah,
Like,
quick at Bathurst,
yeah.
always on the podium there. So hopefully they don't let him down there. But no, but he'll be an awesome co-driver. Triple A do a good job, or Red Bull Ampol do a good job of choosing their co-drivers generally like that. But yeah, that's a bit of a surprise not having a test day. I thought you'd want to give your co-drivers as many laps as you can before
I
Sandown.
don't know why.
They're
But
that
anyway.
good. They don't need it
no,
apparently.
it is.
If you guys go out and win Sandown, it's going to be the new going craze. So
Yeah.
there you
Yeah,
go.
well,
eh?
you'll have to give it a go.
Read it there first.
So what do you reckon year so far, mate? You'd be pretty happy, wouldn't you?
Oh, if you told me I'd got
Only
so
leading the championship.
Yeah,
It's not that good, is it?
No, but we had such a good year last year. You know what I mean? Like last year, I was in the similar position as I
Well,
am
yeah.
now.
What's
Well-
the difference at this point compared to last year?
Well, last year, see, these are the differences. I think last year at this point, I'd won 5 races, but got like 9 podiums, where this year I've won 3 races and got 14 podiums. But I feel like last year I actually was, and there was stuff going on with parity and all that, but I feel like last year I had more chance to win more races, where this year the competitiveness has been, there's always someone different
yeah,
up
it's
there.
another level,
It's
isn't it?
really hard. Like I can get a podium, but trying to get that extra bit each weekend to get a win, you know, like if you told me I had 3 wins by the 8th round, I probably would have been like, oh, that's not bad. But the podiums sound great. Like I'm happy with how good the podiums have been. But
Yeah.
it's a tough one to get wins lately. Like there's people every weekend popping it up, like Randall on the weekend. He was really fast, but every weekend there's different people. Yourself at Townsville. There's just every weekend there's different people up the front, I find.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
I
good. I
agree.
can't believe how close it was. Sunday quality, like Q3 is like 0.16 or something, like top 10.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So
Yeah, no, it was
it's awesome. It's awesome to see how close it is. So it's
Yeah.
got to be at the right end of it.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you reckon? Obviously, you've had a big switch. We did the old, you've gone to Erebus, I've come across here. But what's your year been like? Like, it's obviously...
Yeah, it's
been a
been
pretty big
good,
year.
eh? Yeah, like it's just trying to work out I suppose, how Erebus go about setting up the car. Like another engineer, like I think everyone would probably say, like you change engineers, it's a different world. You got to try and understand their language and try and get the most out of it. So yeah, it's going right though. Like we're getting through it, trying to learn a fair bit. And I think it's it's been interesting. I think it's one of those things like everyone stepped up this year. Like I think everyone up and down pit lane's taking a step forward. Every team's doing a better job, and that marker's moved forward. So I think if you sit on your hands, you just got to keep. You're just going to fall further behind.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
It's been good. It's good to see. So it's going to be pretty cool, especially Bathurst. Like you guys were stupidly fast at Bathurst at the start of the year. So hopefully the rest of us have all caught up a little bit. And otherwise,
I feel like people have this year. I feel
Yeah.
like we came out and it sort of second round, people were like, oh, you guys got the championship, like joking around, like, and it's like, oh, people will catch up, but it's happened and it's very competitive now. So I reckon Bathurst will be a tight one.
yeah, it's going to be good, eh? Look forward. What tire are we on there?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Hard.
Hard?
Yeah.
Really?
Hard?
You
Righto.
sure?
That's what we ran at the start of the year. isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad about that. We'll phone a friend.
Yeah. And
Who
What do
can we call?
Yeah.
you reckon about your year so far?
We've definitely had some good things early on, but just recently probably dropped off a bit more. Overall, the year, I think, we made a lot of changes internally from last year, and there's probably a lot of things being tidied up, which we probably lost a bit of progression.
Yep.
And, there's probably a bit of a knock-on effect from that. So, why other teams have probably been moving forward have probably had to tidy a few things up, maybe flatlined a bit. And then, like I can see internally within the team, things have been improved dramatically. Like it's chalk and cheese. But results, we've been a bit inconsistent. We've had a lot of mistakes and things go wrong within the team. And Tim's had a pretty unlucky run. So championship points-wise as a team, we've been struggling a bit. But, I'm been pretty happy overall with my part of it, but just, want to make that last jump to be further up the front.
How often, like, something just small goes wrong on a race weekend, like the red flag came out, I qualified 15th. People put more emphasis on it because I'm leading the championship. But how often does that happen to someone like in your position and then you qualify 15th when you should have been 5th and then you don't have that good of a weekend, but really there's one little thing that might have been the difference.
And no one knows about it. And then you look back on
it.
all these races like, oh, that's not very good, that's not very good.
Yeah.
But that one where this happened and we could have been here. Or
Yeah, there's so much of that goes on in the year. And I find it's about how you run your sessions as well. Like sometimes you just stuff it up that little bit. You don't run at the end when the track's fast or something like that, and it just changes the position so much. But what about I reckon because I'm not involved in it this year's silly season, I want to talk about that. So I'm not. Where do you reckon your teammate's going, Jack?
Oh, I got no idea. Where is he going?
Well, I do
don't
talk to
know.
him a lot, obviously. I'm friends. Good
So
friends
you
with
probably
him, but
know where he's
no,
going.
he's
Yeah.
keeping it close to his chest.
Is he really?
Well, I feel like there's
Plain
only
hard to
two
get.
options out there, and everyone can see that. That's got to be Premier and DJR from what I can see or what I hear. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, someone's saying in Tassie there's a seat at
Team 18?
Team 18
I heard
and
that
BJ's
as
as
well.
well. So I said there's a seat there, but don't know
Right.
who it would be. Because I thought like Andre and Forward were on. I thought Andre signed a long-term deal, but
Yeah.
not sure.
We all
I
know
can't keep
how
up.
they go though, don't we?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Don't look at me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's good to not be involved in it though.
Yeah, it is
Like,
good.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always nice, like not. And I find like 1 year deals, like even for poor old Richie, like I feel, it's fair enough. I'm sure maybe he hasn't had the performance that the teams wanted straight up, but you think when did they obviously make the decision to get Kai? Maybe June. So he started with them first race February. He's had 5 months to prove
Yeah,
himself.
it's not much, is it?
Like
Yeah, it makes it
1
hard,
year
doesn't it?
deals for someone who's coming back or someone trying to join a team. If you don't hit the ground running within like, I don't know.
And to have everything
rounds?
around you to do it as well.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
right.
Like it's like
Like-
you're saying with the engineer thing. It's not like it's way too competitive to just think it's all just going to fall in place and
Yeah.
work. Like
100%. So he's done 5 rounds by the time that he's got the axe and they've put someone else in. So I don't know. As a driver, I always reckon 2 year deal nearly needs to be a minimum because
Yeah.
you sign it, You do the first year and then 6 months or 4 months, 5 months into the second season, you're already talking about a new contract. So it doesn't go for very long, does it?
No, 100%. It's never much fun to talk about. Like, it's trying to go racing and stuff like that, and you're worrying about what you're doing next year and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's always hard work. I find that anyway. Like, it's never good.
Yeah.
Like, motorsport's a massive mental game, so when you haven't got that on your mind, it's always nicer. But yeah, it's never much fun.
So this has been a big asking point for me that I don't know what happens here. But if Brody was to go to DJs, who do you think they'd keep? There's so many rumors around this, and I honestly have no idea. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
3-car team. Who to hit first?
I wouldn't have a clue. I don't even know what. Like, I literally don't look at any news articles or anything. Anything
This sort of stuff interests me for some
God,
reason.
mate, you're just telling us to get on Instagram and Facebook to keep up with your DJing career.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's got nothing to do with supercars news.
I don't know. That's a tough one. 'Cause
Yeah,
I feel
know.
like
Well, they've both been doing a pretty good job, I
just
think.
feel
Like,
I don't know. It's probably not the right thing to say, but I like them both, Anton and Will. But I feel like Anton's still young. I think they both do the same job. Anton's got a long career ahead of him. I can't see why you'd get rid of him. Like,
No.
I can't imagine unless there's something like he wants a lot of money or
yeah, that's right.
or what. Why, if Brody goes there, why Davison would stay and Anton goes? It doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, it's
Will
interesting,
does an
isn't it?
awesome job.
Yeah,
I think
100%,
he does
yeah.
a great
Yeah.
job, but I'm just like from that side, I don't really understand it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it gives me hope. And Will, what is he, 41, 42?
Yeah. No, I think he's.
Yeah, not that.
I think Jason's
Nah, he's in his
44, isn't he?
JC, I'm sorry, JC. Will, 41? Google. He's got
I don't know
Google.
if
No, what I'm saying is you're saying it gives you hope that
That's
you're
right.
not that
Yeah.
old.
I've got half a chance. So, hack
be
like
honest-
me, mate. I could make it to like maybe 36 or 37. So,
I
I'll
don't
be
know
old
if
and slow
I'll
by then.
keep my weight under control by then. I reckon like I'll be bald, putting a bit of
If
weight
you do
on.
any more NASCAR races, you might struggle.
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
That's it. So 40, Will Davison's 41
Yeah.
and Courtney I think's about 44. So people are going,
That's
mid
pushing.
mid 40s.
I reckon Davo's got better since he's
raising
had a
the
kid as
bar.
well. So that's like giving me hope, like with a kid on the way in November. So everyone says like you lose 2 tenths when you have one like come along, but I reckon Davo's gained 2. So,
Yeah.
you watch out, guys. Next year I'm on.
Davo does such a
Gonna-
good
gonna
job.
pop
Like
out
you
twins.
wouldn't talk about getting rid of Davo really unless his age. Like you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
his
that's right.
age shouldn't
Yeah.
be-
He would take age out of it. He's
took it
doing,
out of
took
doing a good
age
job.
out of it
Yeah.
and that. But
What's like
yeah,
Fernando, like Alonso? Look at him, like in F1. What's he? Similar scenario.
Yeah,
40,
that's right.
40s, doing a good job.
yeah, it's interesting. I'm keen to see what plays out with the driver market, and I don't know. There might be some curveballs. Not sure.
All right, we've got some mail in here, boys. Let's see what questions we got. I might just make up a question in my head and pretend it's
It's no good.
All right, Luke, which of the Super 2 drivers will be the one to watch in the Enduros?
Oh, and the Enduros. Well, Kai's got to obviously be someone.
Is he DJs this year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's TJ's this year. So Kai, I feel like you've got to what? How many Super 2 guys are doing it? Kai, Cam, McLeod. Who else?
yeah.
Cooper's doing your wild card.
Cooper's doing the wild card. Yeah,
Does he
so-
qualify or who qualifies that thing?
Yeah, he
Craig
qualifies.
He's qualifying.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's a pretty big thing with being
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Super.
Yeah, well, that'll be pretty good to watch.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool to see how he goes with that. Obviously, Sandown and Bathurst qualifying. It'll sort of, I know he's linked to obviously Erebus seat, I think they were saying. So in the thing.
Jeez,
so
mate, he's up with all the gossip.
Oh, no,
isn't he?
he's got it all, doesn't he? He's got good sauce.
I've been watching it. Well, I just have to read Speed Cafe. Like, it's not that hard. But yeah, I don't know. I reckon that be interesting. I'm interested to see how Cooper and Kai fare up against each other. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
like in
definitely.
co-driving, stuff like that. So
Yeah, they've
That'll-
been very similar, and even though I suppose championship points are a bit different in Dunlop series between the two of them, but the speed they're always like
Yeah.
one or the other sort of thing. And
always similar.
yeah, that's right.
Next one for Will from Lizzie. Why did Will specifically name his car Rhonda?
Ronda.
I don't know if I can answer that one. And it's not to actually
you
do with
definitely have
me.
to.
It's to do with a team member, but I don't want to out them. So I'm not going to out them. But
We're in a safe place
make
here.
up
Like,
something funny
nothing in
then.
this room leaves.
make
So,
up something
like,
funny. Well, it was Friday night on about one. No, I'm joking.
I thought we're on there. Yeah, we're gonna open up,
Might be able to cut it out.
All right, Caitlin wants to know, Will, again, What was your favourite memory from Taupo? That was my first supercars race.
Oh, had to be the battle with Brocq. That was the first time we were really allowed to
that was
battle
pretty good,
or
actually.
being
Yeah,
able
it was good
to,
going.
like,
That was good.
and I don't know, even if I didn't get him, I still would have been pretty pumped with the battle because, like, I was trying to get around him and, like, so much harder when it's your teammate. Someone else, you just keep running into him, a bit and you get him a bit flustered and that, but I wasn't allowed to hit him. So you're like, actually, how do I do this clean? Like,
Give him a little one, but
yeah, that's right. So that was definitely the highlight there, but also the track to town because they don't care over there. Everyone was doing burnouts.
was wild.
I remember I put my seatbelts on
that was
because
crazy.
I came out on the highway with the cop car behind me, did a drift onto the highway with the cop car behind me and they're filming. And then I was cruising down the street and I'm like, I thought we had to do like 30, so I didn't even have my seatbelts on.
Mate, I thought
And
I
then
was in
I
a
was
race.
Me too.
I was worried about dropping out of the toe.
So yeah, I put my seatbelts on. I remember I was getting like, we must have been doing like 160, 70 at some stage. And like the car, like on wets, it starts moving around a bit.
What
So I'm
about
like,
Courtney's rear wheels?
Yeah.
I reckon they were going a bit quicker than that.
But see, I reckon that's so smart by Courtney because like, they haven't been running that well. The amount of media they got out of him just doing some burnouts and posting it online, I think that more teams should do that sort of stuff. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, have a bit of a dip. It's good
Yeah.
to see though. The crowd was unreal.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe, the turnout there, but the whole way into town. Like,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Oh, it was
so
mega.
good to see.
Adam has got a good one. If you could bring back one Australian track that no longer exists, which one would you pick?
Oran Park. I never got the race there.
Yeah, Oran Park.
But it was
I
pretty
reckon it'd be
sick.
pretty tough.
I actually reckon,
I raced around there in a go-kart, actually.
Did you?
They cut the track down, but it was pretty cool.
the only
Yeah.
one I raced on that I reckon was pretty cool and I raced in 86s was Homebush.
Yeah.
I thought Homebush
that
was pretty
mint.
cool.
I
Like,
raced Super 2 there. That was-
bring back your street tracks are cool, eh? Like if you brought back, it was
But
good
that
in
was
Super 2.
probably... Newcastle's pretty up there, but
Yeah.
pretty gnarly, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just felt a lot more dangerous than the other.
Yeah. At least Homebush you could actually race. Like,
Yeah.
you could actually get some like passing stuff done there,
but it
like
was
over that
tight.
like roller coaster and stuff. And
Like I ran in an 86 and I like thinking back to now, it was tight in an 86. Imagine you're doing nearly double, or not double the speed, but you're doing a lot
Yeah.
faster in a supercar.
Yeah.
That would have been wild round there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good fun. I remember hitting the curve at turn 2 that was quite sharp and steep, and the firebomb triggered off. Like it was that hard of a hit, like
Really?
the left front, like set
Really?
the firebomb off. So that was pretty cool going through turn 2, 3.
Isn't that the famous place? Oh, he's in the fence. Oh, they're in the fence. Oh, they're all in the fence. Yeah, that's it's a
Probably
famous
the best
one.
race ever.
Oh, that's a good one. Do we have any others or no more fan mail?
I'll see what else I can whip up, mate. I've just made all these up. So from Seth, are any of you guys interested in driving a sprint car?
Have you ever sat in one? It is
I've
the
sat in
weirdest
one and
position
it
in the world.
doesn't feel safe.
Yeah.
Well, you've had a
I've driven
skip.
one. Yeah.
Worth doing?
One of my good sponsors, Sean Dyson, he runs like Carson Macedo and I think he ran Kyle Larson back in the day and that. So he runs them all the time and he went
right.
let me have a run in it and far out, they're next level. Like
Yeah.
I was like, and it took me so long. Like
Bit
the amount,
scary though.
Scary, yeah. But because I didn't get the scare factor of, I guess a lot of people in it just hop in and go flat straight out the pit, like and wheelie them or that. I didn't do that. I sort of built up, but by the end I was going all right. But it took so long to get used to how much aero those wings had. Like you just tipped it into the corner flat. It was flat around Sydney. Like at the start, I felt like I was on the max of the grip level, doing like probably not flat, like 80% throttle, but just the amount of grip you build up from the wing
right.
as you get
wild,
going
isn't it?
faster, you could pretty
last
much go
grip.
flat. So, but they're so weird. Like you just
So
have
it
to
was
feel
almost
safe.
like it was more controlled when you
Going
went faster.
Yeah, you have to go faster to feel more control. But like you're just sitting there. But I don't know if my helmet was too small, but they vibrate so much, too big, but they vibrate so much that I did like 8 laps and I was worn out and I couldn't see, and I don't know if it was because my helmet was vibrating or what, but like it was just so fast. But I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tip it in and run the high line, and I'd end up like on the low or medium line or something. I was like, how did I get here? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
made it
I
through
just
the
couldn't
outside.
get it where I want it. Like I could do the laps, but it took a while. I did 3 sessions and got a lot better towards the end. But
Would you do a race?
I've thought about
another
this.
level,
Like
wouldn't it?
Sean's pretty keen to do a race, but I reckon I'd want to do another 1 or 2 practice days because the thing I'm not worried about that I could sort of get the speed. Like I wasn't fast, but I wasn't slow. But it's trying to position it around cars around you. Like when you can't put it where you want, I feel like I'll run into someone or do something
especially when you
stupid.
look at
But
the inside wheels just like doing its own thing, things just flopping in the breeze.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, is that still connected? Or-
yeah, that's right. I reckon Adelaide will be cool. Like, you know, I'm
oh, how they got
pretty
in the precinct.
Well, yeah, just like
it's
all
cool.
these events where they're doing like, you know, bigger things like Gold Coast, you know, Peterways with Boost puts on a massive thing, but Adelaide this year with like the the Supercross is there, the Speedway, you know,
They bring the
stadium,
trucks back.
super trucks
Yeah, they
back.
back. Yeah.
Like that's going to be a massive round.
Yeah, it's going to be cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hanging out for it.
Be mega.
bit
All right,
interesting.
what do you
but-
reckon for Sandown, boys? Who's going to win it?
Well, I'd like to hope
Do you reckon it'll be wet?
Sandown.
No,
always
it's
has
been nice in it at the
wet,
moment,
doesn't
though,
it?
the weather.
I don't know. I'm trying to think who's the you know, Cam Waters always runs well there.
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
always
like
quick
he
there.
always does a good job. I think they've gone on top of their tyre life a little bit. Like Sydney, he did the one stopper, and I thought
Yeah.
we had good tyre life. I couldn't catch him. He was probably pulling away a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
So
Cam was quick on Sunday in Tassie.
I feel like Cam's one to watch.
Is he got Moff with him again?
Yeah.
Has he still got Moffy? Yeah.
No,
Has he been doing much racing? I don't know.
Well,
what
that's
he's
the
been
only thing
doing.
I thought about, you know, trying to think of, you know, weaknesses of teams, and he might not be Moff, but he doesn't do as much racing as some of the other guys. So does Sandown, a lot of people talk about how Sandown's a build up into Bathurst to get you ready. Do you reckon he just hits out the gate and he's fast? He always does a good job. though.
Yeah, well, we've got enough practice at Sandown. We've got 5 sessions.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Yeah,
worn out by the
true.
time we get
That's
to the
huge.
racing.
Moff always does a
always
good
solid,
job,
yeah.
pretty solid. So I reckon him, Holdsworth and Chaz
yeah.
will be
Yeah,
fast.
Holdsy Lee. Again, has he been doing any racing?
I'm not sure
seen,
either.
Yeah.
I think he's been selling some real estate though.
Yeah.
He's doing
He's cashing in,
JC's
so.
doing to him. Who's Hazelwood with?
Is it Brody?
With Brody?
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And you've got
pretty good.
Ojeda?
Yeah, I got
I
Juice.
reckon he'll be good.
Yeah, Juice has been doing
I reckon
well.
he's
quick.
underrated.
Yeah, he's real quick. He's been doing heaps of racing this year, which would be
Yeah.
good. So, like, he's probably the best prepared he's been going into it. So, looking forward to that.
I reckon
Good one.
Brody and Todd are a bit of a, you know, I think Brody's starting to find his form in a way again. Like, you know, he's seen some pretty good qualifying for.
Yeah, I think so. He talks it down, but
Yeah.
he's definitely still a contender, I reckon. in
Yeah,
the
I reckon.
background.
I reckon even him at Bathurst. I reckon that's
Yeah.
a pretty big contender. Like every year when I was with him with Erebus, I think he was on the podium at Bathurst. He was always fast there. I just think that him at Bathurst has a pretty good shot. Hazelwood's obviously done. Todd's done what, 3 races this year? Did he do?
Yeah, two.
2.
Yeah, but he's been doing Trans Am and plenty
Trans
of other
Am
bits
and
and
that.
pieces, so he's
So-
doing a good job in. But yeah,
Yeah.
and Toddy's got the weight as well. I
Yeah.
think that'll be a big thing.
weight.
He's been on the shred, the old titles.
I reckon Sandown though the pick would be Jamie and Brocq. That you can't put it past. Jamie's just so strong there.
Yeah.
Brock's good. Jamie last year I remember we were leading with me and Jack, and Jamie sat behind him, like saved tyres, and then just blew the doors off everyone for like the last 10 laps of his stint or something like that.
Yeah, just bug it off.
He's just extremely smart with that side of it. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting. But I don't know. I'm going to go, apart from myself, because I'm going to go Brocq and Jamie, I reckon we'll be strong there. What do you reckon?
I'm going with Cammy, I reckon.
Whoever wins gets $50 we'll go or something.
Yeah, done.
Righto, you're going Cam?
Yeah, I've got Cammy.
Righto.
He's in
You
form
can't
at the
choose
moment.
yourself. This is all this is. So you can't choose yourself. You have to choose someone.
Yeah, I reckon Waters.
Waters.
but then how do we gonna split the 50, are we, or we-
50, 25
Well-
each? Do I get 100 then?
I'll
If
go-
I
I'll go Chaz then.
Okay, righto.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds pretty good then.
Holds the lean, Chazzy.
And
Done
there's
deal.
just going to be a massive shunt between the 3 of them. And you'll
Oh,
come
you'd
through.
imagine.
Yeah. Do you reckon, like, how much would I have to
Well,
pay
you
one of
might
you
be
guys
in
to
it.
take Chaz out? You know,
We'll talk about it after.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a number though.
Space.
There's a number.
There's always a number.
There's always a number.
No, they're lying.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, well, we'll chat about that
Yeah,
after.
save that one. So, what do we got there? Dream co-driver. Who we got? Dream Coey. What is that? What do you reckon?
You can't
Supercars
choose.
or
We're going to say you can't choose your co-driver, obviously. It's Dream Coey. So, or
Yeah, but then they're gonna
like, can you choose main game drivers from now, or it has to anyone? So anyone.
it's absolutely anyone. I don't know. I'm a big boy, so he's real light and real quick. Slady's pretty light. He's a lightweight, isn't he?
Yeah.
he's pretty light. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty light.
I'm just thinking. I'm just like thinking strategically here. So
Yeah, you're really
it's like,
engineering this question,
Yeah,
aren't you?
100%, mate. I'm going for it. I got no idea.
I wouldn't mind co-driving Cam Waters, I reckon.
Yeah.
I just want to see what he's like on a race weekend. Seems pretty calm.
Yeah. Clown.
Yeah.
Impressive. I'd definitely get SVG.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Forgot
That's a
about
good
that,
one.
Yeah, bring him back.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he's going to come back?
Yeah, that's
Do you reckon he'll come back and do a Bathurst again some stage in his
Who
life?
do you think he comes back and does it with 888, like Red Bull Ampol?
Yeah, surely he'd have to, wouldn't he? Or
Well, you would think so, but I
Yeah.
just can't. I don't know. Went over there and did that race, obviously, in NASCAR, and I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, maybe the interest comes back, but I think also, like, how does he do it? Like, you're racing, he's just
he's going
got,
to be a busy boy now.
which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
well,
I guess
he
we'll
is,
talk
yeah.
about. He just got announced that he's racing Cup next year. How many events is that? Like 37 for the year.
Yeah.
So really, to get back and do Bathurst, he can't even really do it. Like until
Nah.
so, like
No,
it's
with
really
testing and stuff.
now it's really like, oh yeah, if he keeps going NASCAR and, you know, has a good career in that, it's only after that really that I think.
he'll come back when he's 50. Probably
Possibilities
still
there.
still be quick. So,
But then
yeah.
you just retire. He's done it all, hasn't he? You're not going to
Yeah.
come back, I don't
No,
think,
that's
and
right.
race as a co-driver.
It's a pretty crazy lifestyle in it though. NASCAR,
Yeah.
they do that travel around. I saw a photo the other day. Giz put up with his dog Ronald. Is it Ronald?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big dog just sitting there in the plane seat, and it's just like
It's mega over there. Like you
it's
literally
hilarious, isn't it?
all rock up to, can't remember what it's called, the name of the airport, but you all rock up. It's about half an hour out of Charlotte there, and all the teams fly to there. There's like one company that have sort of got all the planes and heaps of planes, and you roll in, and each team's rented a jet. You roll onto the jet and then fly to the event, get there pretty much a day of practice, do qualifying, stay the night, race, and then everyone, like literally, if you hung around for 10 minutes, you wouldn't see any of the drivers because they're all gone. They go get changed, put in their bag, they're off to the airport, and then you fly out, and that's a weekend done. So you're gone from the track 20 minutes after a race. So like, and I guess the reason they have to do that is they're racing every weekend. You have to minimise travel, don't you? So
100%.
in last minute, out first thing.
Yep.
Crazy old lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a homebody.
What do you reckon, mate? Do you reckon you'd do it?
Oh, no, I think I want to, you know, I really like Australia. I guess I got other things set up here as well with work and stuff like that. I still work during the week, but I want to try and be like one of the guys that they get to come in. Like if you get to the stage, do a good job and you do 2 or 3 events there a year, like that'd be my ideal next year is hopefully Chicago doesn't clash with supercars and Sonoma.
Cool. Yeah.
And then my ideal would be you do Xfinity at Chicago and Cup, and then you try and do Cup at Sonoma or something like that and do those 2 for the year. Because like, you know, what's going on, like I'm loving supercars obviously with the new team this year. Like it's a long planned thing. I don't want to move over there, but if you could get that fixed by going and doing a couple of races a year, even like, you know, I know Brocq's keen on doing it, but like GT stuff overseas, just doing that something a little bit different, just trying it, you know, each year. But that'd be my goal. Obviously, a big thing and a very sad thing in supercars, which I think happened a couple of days ago now, was Campbell Little. Obviously, it's really sad to hear about his passing. I'm sure for a lot of you guys, you knew him extremely well, and a lot of even the guys on the supercars grid he engineered over the time. So,
Yeah, it's my first engineer in 2018.
right.
So,
yep. Best memories of working with him?
yeah, no, it was all right. Yeah, other than like, cracking the shit at me, telling me to drive faster. But no, he was good. Yeah, I learned a lot from him. He was a good fella. Got a lot out of it. And it was a good fun year with Campbell, ATB. Yeah. Had a jolly old time. So, definitely very sad. He'll be missed. So,
Yeah, definitely. It was pretty sad to hear because I think I only saw him he was at New Zealand. I saw him there and I didn't even know he was sick, to be honest, and then read about it. So that was really sad, and I think his funeral's on Monday, so I think a fair few of us are going to head down for it.
got 50 seconds left here, fellas.
Thanks for coming to Will Brand's show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah,
You did well,
good.
mate. It's pretty good job for your first time hosting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know. Maybe we start one, you know?
Where do we send the invoice? Just
Yeah, supercars.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Might bounce, but actually put another 0 on the end of it, guys. It's all good, you know?
I was on a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proved
right.
that we're good to go.
Yeah, that's good. All good.
100%, But
But no, thanks everyone for listening.
lovely.
Thank you. See you at Sandown.
You.